Greetings, good day, and welcome to all members of Thrive. Welcome to another edition of Sharing. And today we shall be talking first about the iTeraCare blowers, and then we shall talk a little bit about the lymphatic system. Right? So just one moment. Okay, there you are. Yes. So once again, welcome to Thrive International, the company which is bringing this device to you, to all over the world, and giving you original products, right? So we are looking at the iTeraCare range of products, and we are looking at first of all, the iTera Classic, which is the flagship of the company from the year 2021, when the company first started. And then now we have the iTera Premium Plus, which has replaced the premium model, and the iTera Pro. So we shall talk a little bit about it, but again, let's listen to what she has to say about energy.
You're not supposed to ever be sick. Never. The body is a miraculous machine that has been created to take care of itself and heal itself if we don't interfere. But you make yourself sick. And if the mind is powerful enough to make yourself sick, it's also powerful enough to heal you. First, we got to find out why. Why did you do this to yourself? What were you trying to tell yourself? Every disease is the body talking to you.
So you see, it's the mind and the physical part of you. So what did you do to yourself to get sick? Now, first of all, your word, what you speak is very powerful. So if you tell yourself, I'm sick, then you are sick. But if you tell yourself, I'm healthy, and you're going to get healthy, the body follows what you think and what you say. When the witches cast a spell upon you, the spell is what you say, spelling. All right. So next time, starting from today, tell yourself, I am healthy, I am healthy, I am healthy, and I'm going to get even better. And you will see that your body is going to follow you and get better. Right?
You're not supposed to ever be sick.
So the body can heal itself if you can, if you can give the body what it wants to heal itself. Now, first of all, if you have seen before, the body needs energy, which you are not getting now. Give yourself the energy it needs. Give the body the hydration it needs. Give the body the oxygen that it needs. And you give the body the nutrition that it needs. When the body has this, it can heal itself. It has what it takes to heal itself, all right, to recover, to make it better. So use the device consistently, use it every day, and you will see a change in your body. Okay, now let's look at another video of the magic of the terahertz frequency. So body is an intelligent body. The cells are intelligent cells. Give them what they want and they're going to heal themselves, all right? So let's look at the device itself, at the core of the device. Now basically you have a motor, right? Let's see some of the parts, okay? The heart of the blowers. First you have the motor. So this is what powers the air, right? The fan, where the air goes forward. And then you have the fan, as I said, it powers the air forward. And then you have the filter, which filters whatever air is coming in. So you might need to clean the filter, brush it once in a while to keep it clean, right? And then you have the LED blue light, which is showing you where it is targeting or showing, okay, where it's pointing to. And then you have the heating element where you have, you can see 1, 2, 3 three levels of heat. Okay, so the secret behind the blower is the optical quartz. All right, so this is where it makes a big difference. Many people ask what's so special about the device. This is the secret behind the device. This optical quartz is already working for you even before you switch on the device, all right? Because the optical quartz is made from rare earth, minerals, and crystals from Mother Earth, is heated to about 1800 to 2000 degrees Celsius for over 40 hours and then formed into this tube. So as long as you have this tube in your device, you don't shatter it, you don't drop the device and break this, then it is going to be working for you. All right. So normally when people ask, the company will tell you 3 to 5 years, right? But then it's going to last you even more because this is coming from Mother Earth. Now, you can't find this in the other devices. Of course, many are saying that they have terahertz, but there's a chip on the glass, right? It's mostly glass, and there's a chip. So they can afford to give you cheaper because it's just glass and a chip. And the terahertz probably works if you switch it on, but we do not know what is the range. Now let's get back to a little bit of science. Now, when you have artificial means, you have a specific range. It just works within that range. But when you have the minerals, rare earth, and what do you call that, crystals inside the tube, now what happens is the range is changing. The range is bigger. So you get a bigger range for whatever is happening in your body. All right, the frequency. Okay, you can never go wrong. And so far till today, when people ask me, is there any side effect when you use this device? I tell them, yes, there is one big side effect, if you call it a side effect. Everybody is getting better, all right? Because nobody has complained about being affected by this negatively. And the company has a USD $1 million dollar insurance coverage if anything goes wrong. But till today, it's already in the fourth year, 2021, we have finished the fourth year, we're going into the fifth year. Nobody has claimed that insurance, all right? So that speaks a lot about this device. All right, now the classic. If you look at the classic, it came in 2021. It was the flagship. It is still the flagship of the company. Lots of individuals are using it, families are using it, they like it because it's light, and of course, it's entry level where it works, and people are happy about it. It's definitely much lighter, and it's maroon red all over, and it has a 3 levels heat switch. All right, and uses 800 watts power. All right, the next one is it's the cheapest among the three, and the motor works at around 10,000 RPM, right? And there are three heat levels, as we saw just now. Now, what we suggest is you use this particular device for around 45 to 60 minutes if you're using it continuously, right? But then again, we advise all members to use only for about 20 to 30 minutes, which is actually sufficient for one therapy, right? So the body needs around that much, and then you take a rest for the next 4 hours, all right? It doesn't really mean that more is good. You don't have to go even to 1 hour, because 20 to 30 minutes is good enough. And then you take a rest and the body rebounds. And then you can do it again. Right? So it's that simple. Let's not complicate things. Now, only one color, maroon red. Okay? The next one is Premium Plus, which came in 2024. It is a co-production between Prive International and what do you call the Dishang, where Prive International became a manufacturer as well, and with the partnership with Dishang. All right. So now many people are already buying this because they love the color, they love the way it works. Now, basically, they're using it among individuals, families, centers, all right, where they just love using it. It's also light with a beautiful purple with a 3 levels heat switch, and then it's powered between 100 to 530 watts. And then it has got 2 minute beeps. All right. The idea of the 2 minute beeps is that many people, besides using it for general therapy, they also want it for general health, where they're working on their chakra points, their lymphatic systems, and then the meridian points. So the 2 minute beeps are helping them to move from point to point without having to look at their watches. All right. And at 30 minutes, you will see a red light and then a long beep, and then the device stops. Okay. So then you can start it again and use it again. So 20 to 30 minutes is just super. So with this device, you can do up to 30 minutes. And it's a first co-production, as we saw just now. All right. This is a medium range, all right, between the classic and the pro. And then the RPM is about almost 10,000 RPM. And it also has got 3 heat levels. It auto stops at 30 minutes after continuous use. All right. Of course, you can stop earlier if you want to at 20 minutes. And then it only has one color, purple. And this is the Pro, where it came in 2019 among the earliest, all right? But then the Classic was the first device which was brought into Malaysia and to the rest of the world. So the Pro is the biggest brother. It's bigger and heavier, and you can work for longer hours, right? Even up to 6 hours of continuous use. The color is silver, white, and black. Okay. And it has a 2 levels switch with 6 combinations, where there are 2 combinations where you do not have to use the heat. Okay. Now the reason is because many people are also diabetic, so their heat receptors may not be working well, and they don't really feel the heat, so they work without the heat. All right. And the power is used 1,200 watts power, and of course it's 10 times the price of the Classic. Okay, again, it's the highest of the range. The motor works at 10,000 to 15,000 revolutions per minute. And it has 2 levels, 2 speed levels, 2 heat levels, also non-heat function. So the combination is 6 functions. And it's suggested, if it's possible, don't use for more than 60 minutes of continuous use. Let the device rest. But technically, it can go up to 6 hours, right? And only one color for the world, right? So that's the Pro. So now you have the iTera Classic, the iTera Premium Plus, and the iTera Pro. But now we're beginning to see the iTera Pro Plus. And after this, we shall see how it works. All right. Now, all these devices can be used for charging water. Now, you should be charging the water and drinking from morning till night. And the water is also working inside of you and helping with people's health. Right? Lots of people are finding that the water is helping them. And besides that, you can also put them in spray bottles and spray your face, and your face is going to change. Right? Now, this is the Pro Plus, which has begun to come in. Now, we already have a few of our members are already proud owners of this device. All right. So it has got in-mold design, and it has a system on-off switch, and the on switch, it has got a special, what they call it, a function where you have to press for about 2 seconds before it works, right? So that you don't accidentally switch it on. And a digital temperature panel, right? You can control the heat between 50 and 80 degrees Celsius. and normally it is programmed for 60 and 80, right? And you find that it has an optical quartz tube in front, and it's light, balanced, right? And it has a filter. Now, this filter even stops the smallest of hair and dust. You can unscrew it, clean it, and then screw it back, right? So that's basically how this device is done, and it has a heat-resistant casing. Okay, so the Pro Plus comes with a heat-resistant casing, so it protects you in further. Now let's look a little bit deeper as to what the iTera Pro Plus does. Now, yesterday I saw one of our members. It's already got her Pro Plus, and you can see the smile and how proud she was having the Pro Plus. All right, because it's definitely going to help her. Now, the Pro Plus is going to be a fantastic device. The controls will be all digital and in mold. And to avoid accidental touch, you have to press for 2 seconds to activate the controls, right? They have intelligent touch screen display. And you also have negative ions, 200 million parts per cubic meters. That's way beyond what is required. Now, if you look at studies done, it will tell you that you at a minimum of 50,000 parts per cubic meter, they're already helping with health. But now you have 200 million parts per cubic meters. So it's definitely going to help you as well. And the motor is more powerful at 70,000 RPM setting. It's using brushless technology, no vibrations, and the air volume is definitely bigger. You see, sometimes people they compare the 70,000, 80,000, 120,000, and they ask why is it yours is lower. Now, when it is in the manufacturer, in the factory, they look at various things, at the ergonomics, and then as to the sound, the vibration, and at 70,000 RPM setting, it works very well where there's not much turbulence, all right? Air turbulence. So 70,000 is giving you a fantastic amount of air without the turbulence and the vibrations, right? So that's why it's 70,000. Okay, it will have a thermodigital setting with 60 degrees, setting 1, and 80 degrees, setting 2. Now, what people have found is that at 60 degrees, physiologically, it is the right temperature where it is helping the body, all right, where things are working very well. Okay, so at 60 degrees setting, the setting 1, I think that should be a setting where most people should be happy with. Now, the lifespan is 5 times more than the Pro, right? So the device lifespan is 10 years. It's a long time, value for money. And it has an auto shutdown at 40 minutes. And then once it shuts down, you can immediately start to use it again. Then again, you don't have to go up to 40 minutes with the amount of terahertz frequency you're getting. A minimum of 20 minutes should be enough and fine for you, all right? And then you come back again after that. And it has improved safety, lifespan, durability, and also it controls the overheating, overcurrent, overvoltage, gives you that protection. And the size is definitely a little bit smaller, it's lighter and balanced. If you look at the Pro, it is slightly heavier at the back, but for this Pro Plus, it is balanced, all right, both front and back. Okay, and the casing will be more solid with improved heat resistance, and it comes with a 3-meter power cord, so you can work from a little further away if you want to. And it's manufactured in a high-tech factory, and it has a memory function with preset mode recalls. All right, so you can preset. So when you switch it on, it's working at what you have set it for. All right. Now, so that's basically about the iTeraCare devices. Now, if you look at the iTeraCare devices, one of the things they help is with the lymphatic system. Now, most people are not familiar with the lymphatic system. They heard about the lymphatic system. They know there's a lymphatic system. They know that the basic protocol involves the lymphatic system. But what does the lymphatic system do? How important is it? And what should you do? All right, so let's look at a little bit about the lymphatic system.
The lymphatic system, a quiet network working without a pump, yet essential to balance and defense. It runs alongside blood vessels, threading through tissue and organs, collecting what circulation leaves behind. Excess fluid, proteins, cellular waste. This fluid becomes lymph. Unlike blood, lymph moves only when you move. Muscle contraction pushes it forward. Breathing assists flow. Stillness slows the system. Motion restores it. Along the way, lymph passes through lymph nodes, small checkpoints packed with immune cells. Here, threats are identified, filtered, and neutralized before they can spread. The lymphatic system also transports fats absorbed from digestion, delivering them into circulation through a separate route designed for efficiency. When flow is impaired, fluid accumulates, swelling appears, immune response weakens, recovery slows. When flow is steady, balance is maintained quietly, without awareness. This system does not announce itself. It cleans, it filters, it protects. A silent defender keeping internal spaces clear and tissues healthy. The lymphatic system is a reminder that movement is not optional. It is how the body maintains order, defense, and balance from the inside out.
Right, as we have seen, the lymphatic system is very important to the functionings in the body physiologically. Now, one of the most important things from there is that you need movement. It's not optional, where you can choose whether to move or not. So if you can see that most elderly people who are spending more time not moving have more issues with their health. So if you have people like that, you better get them to move, because movement moves the lymphatic system. All right, that's the first priority, movement. Now, of course, there are other things which are involved, we shall see after this, but the most important thing is daily you should be moving. So if you can have a walk every day, at least for 30 minutes, that's going to help your lymphatic system.
The lymphatic
All right. Okay, now let's look at some of the tips with regards to the lymphatic system. Okay, there are 7 signs your lymphatic system may be clogged. First, you have skin breakouts or rashes, and then you're wondering what's happening. Right, basically the lymphatic system also detoxifies the body. So when it has problems removing the toxins, and it can't remove the toxins, it become clogged, then it breaks out from the skin, and then you see rashes, and you're wondering what's happening to my body. And in some cases, people have gone to the doctor and got allergy medicines, and all the time the problem is with the lymphatic system, right? So make your lymphatic system function. Now, the second one is you have frequent colds or infections. Now, some people, every now and then they're having frequent colds or infections. And the reason is because, part of the reason is because of the lymphatic system. It's unable to activate the immune system. The immune system has to travel through the blood, but then when it is clogged, then you have a problem, all right? Because the lymphatic system is unable to remove whatever is unwanted and help the immune system to move into places where it should be helping and defending. And then constipation or bloating. Your gut has also, your gut and your stomach, there's a lymphatic system in that area. And then if it's not functioning, and then you start having constipation or bloating. And then if you see in some cases, especially ladies, after they have their cesarean, all right, now you have a cut there, and what happens is the lymphatic system in that area is what do you call it, disturbed, all right? So it doesn't function very well in those areas, and you see most of them have a problem after that, okay, because the lymphatic system in that area is not functioning well. All right. Now the next thing is the puffy face or eye in the morning. Again, the toxins are not being removed well. The flow, right, is not there, and you have this problem. And the stiffness, especially in the morning, when your lymphatic system is not functioning well. So everything is gathered, is not being removed, and then you have the stiffness, especially on your joints, right? And the chronic fatigue or sluggishness. Okay, so this again, the lymphatic system is probably not functioning well, and swollen lymph nodes. You'll see in certain places, certain areas. So if you have swollen lymph nodes, it's a sign that you have a problem with your lymphatic system. And in some cases, they may be painful as well. All right. So what can you do? Now, the first thing you should do is first drink the charged water so that the cells now function, and then you should be moving, and then the hydration is helping as well. So you should be using the device and get rid of all these problems for you. All right. Okay. Now, the next thing is what actually supports lymph flow. As we saw just now, first, regular movement and walking. Okay? Now, many people feel that, oh, I do gardening, I'm busy in the kitchen, I clean the house. Now, what you need is a continuous movement where the limb is, being worked on continuously and is moving along. Now, when you do in the house, you have short steps and then you stop for a while and then you're continuing. So it doesn't move along as well as it should when you're walking, all right? And then deep breathing. Deep breathing also helps, and that is why many people teach as to how to breathe correctly. Now, if you look at your stomach, you have a diaphragm there. Now, what happens is you can see the stomach coming up and then going in. So most of the time, this is shallow breathing. If you want deeper breathing, the diaphragm should be filled. It goes down and then it's pushing the air out. All right. So we should practice diaphragmatic breathing. And hydration. Hydration is also helping to move it along. And you find that if you're drinking charged water, it's definitely helping to move the lymphatic fluid along. All right. And then gentle massage or dry brushing. Okay. So it's not that hard stuff. It's just a light on the surface massage. It's moving the lymphatic fluids. And then you can also use a brush, a soft brush, and brush upwards. All right, brush upwards, and it moves the lymph fluid along. All right, so you can do that as well. And of course, to have some quality sleep. Right, it's not the number of hours, but when you sleep, you're having quality sleep. So that helps as well. And definitely the iTeraCare blowers are helping the lymphatic flow. You will find that you have water retention in your legs. You will find that when you use the iTeraCare blowers in those areas, the water retention starts going down, the swelling goes down. Okay, so now the fluid can move along. It's helping with the circulation and the lymphatic flow. All right. Now, if you look at this, these are the big 6 lymphatic points. If you look at the collarbone area, both sides, now here, collarbone areas, these are also important. And then you have behind the angle of your jaw, all right, at the sides there. So both sides. And then you have shoulder joint or armpit region, all right. And then the abdomen from sternum to navel. All right, this is also important. And then the inguinal lymph nodes groin areas and also behind your knee. Of course, and also work in front of your elbow, right? It also helps. So these are the big six, and it should help you, all right? With these are the big six lymphatic points. So they help to boost healing and speed up recovery. So you don't have to it's not like a must do before every therapy. If you have a problem, you're working on the problem, and you're doing this whenever you are free. When you're free, you have time, you're watching television maybe, so you're blowing on these areas. All right. So just 2 minutes on each point. There are 6 points, it's just 12 minutes, and it's going to help you big time. All right. So these are the big six lymphatic system. Okay. So use the iTeraCare blowers to focus on these areas, maybe about 2 minutes in each point, and you're going to see a big change in your health. All right. Use the blowers and point towards the areas, and you're going to see a lot of recovery. Okay, you're going to get your lymphatic system flowing, moving along, detoxifying you, and bringing out lots of toxins and waste. And now your body can set about doing the healing. All right. So with that, I thank you.